My girlfriend became my mother. Now, obviously, this title seems really bizarre and really weird and honestly probably makes no sense. But once I tell this story, you guys will start to understand why it's so weird. But before we get into the story, make sure you guys do press that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Seriously, it means a lot when you guys press that subscribe button and honestly makes the channel grow and more embarrassing stories to tell. But other than that, let's just get straight into this really embarrassing story. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba and welcome back to a really bizarre story. So today's story all takes place back in my high school year, and this was when I was actually, funny enough, 18 years old. I was 18 and honestly I did not know what I was doing with my life. I didn't know if I wanted to be a YouTuber. I didn't know if I wanted to join the army. I didn't know what I wanted to do at all. I was at that stage in my life where I was really thinking like, oh, like, do I really want to go to school and be in debt? Because obviously as you're starting to graduate high school, you start really thinking about your life and you start freaking out and panicking, and I'm even panicking just thinking about it. It's honestly one of the most stressful things about life, because obviously, you know, many people will tell you, oh, you have so much time, don't worry, like, you're still young. But as time goes on, well, I mean, it's already been 5 years, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I still sometimes panic about the future, and I'm 22 now. Anyways, me being super young, there's two things that I usually relied on, and I was playing video games and hanging out with my friends. And hanging out with my friends obviously made me feel normal because, well, my friends were in the same stage as me in life, so obviously I felt comfort being with them. But I remember one time, me and my friends, we decided to go out to a bar and all hang out together. We'd usually do this occasionally where we just go out and just, you know, have drinks and just kind of enjoy life to the fullest at that moment. That way we don't stress about our futures. And I remember basically one time when we were at the bar, we ended up sitting down chilling, and out of nowhere there was this one lady staring at me. Now when I was looking at this girl that was staring at me, obviously she did not look anywhere near my age. To be honest, she looked like she was about to hit her, like, I don't know, late 20s, like 26, 27. And me only being 18, well, obviously I was hitting that adult age. So in my mind, I didn't really think it was weird. And I remember me thinking that, you know, it's odd how she's staring at me, but at the same time, I guess like maybe she thought I was older because I had a beard. Yes, I had a beard when I was 18. I guess my Middle Eastern genes really blessed me. But going on with the story, I remember I ended up basically deciding to walk up to her because my friends were bugging me saying, yo bro, just walk up to her, see what she wants. And that's what I did. I walked up to her and I said, hey, like, how's it going? Oh, I'm good. You're here with your friends, I see. Yeah, we just, you know, we just came back from just chilling, at a friend's house. What you up to? Oh, nothing. I'm just having a drink. I don't see you here often. Is this like your first time here? Oh, no, I come here often as well. In reality, I actually didn't go there often, to be honest with you. I just wanted to sound more older and mature. And to be honest, I remember me and her, we actually ended up hitting it off. She ended up playing video games like I did. She ended up doing a lot of the same things I did. And me and her, our personalities really understood each other. And obviously, I did end up telling her the truth about my age, and I told her that I was 18 and, you know, how I was young and stuff, but honestly she didn't seem to have a problem with it. Now obviously at this point you guys are probably wondering, wait, there's no way she had no red flags. And I won't lie to you, at the time when I met an older person that was older than me, I usually looked up to them and think, wow, like, you know, this is a good person that's an adult and they probably have their life more put together than I do because they're still alive at an older age. Well, boy, do I think differently now, because obviously at this point in my life, I'm, you know, talking to this woman, I'm enjoying my time with her. I guess I was so blindsided by how attractive she was to the point where, I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't really actually finding any red flags. I remember me and her, we ended up going back to her place and she told me about her life and stuff, and apparently she has like a rich family that takes care of her and stuff and all this amazing things. And honestly, this girl was really amazing and stuff, and I realized that a lot of her life was given to her, and I found that amazing. And then one thing led to another. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, we went straight to doing the Devil's Tango. Was it weird that I was 18 and she was like, what, 26, 27? It was a little weird, but I mean, at the same time, like, it wouldn't be the first time I'd done an older person, so it is what it is. Obviously, in my mind, I was thinking this was just gonna be another friends with benefits, or just, you know, a quick, you know, pump and dump, I guess I could say. No, that's only for crypto. I don't know, but basically, I was just in there and just expecting just, you know, have like a fling. But obviously, as time went on, me and her, we started talking more, and to be honest, me and her became more of an interest to each other, to the point where we started dating. Yes, I actually started dating this woman that was way older than me. Now, obviously, people were like, oh, like, isn't that like kind of weird? Like, you're dating like such an older woman? In my opinion, at the time, no. I thought it was cool, but then I started realizing things that honestly I wish I understood. Like, for example, since I was 18 and still really young and not knowing what I was doing with my life, that led me to always kind of rely on her, because she kind of already seemed to know what she was doing, and she would always take care of me. And at this time when I was 18, I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't even have a job. Like I said, I was fresh out of high school, so I ended up seeing her always paying for stuff for me and, you know, buying me things. At some point she actually ended up paying for my bills that I had. Obviously it was really weird, and my friends started to notice, and they started to actually one time talk to me in a call saying, yo, Bubba, you do realize like your girl literally pays for everything you do. Yeah, what's the problem with it? Well, don't you find it weird how like basically like she's treating you like as if you're her kid? You guys don't know what you're talking about. You guys are definitely just jealous because you guys can't get laid. Yeah, I actually did say that to them, and honestly to this day I regret it, but at the same time, I don't know, I thought they were jealous because obviously my friends weren't the best looking people, so I don't know, I guess thought maybe they were just jealous and stuff. And I had this one friend of mine that honestly I looked up to a lot, but at the same time he ended up telling me the same thing, and I ended up basically telling him to go away. And this was one of my best friends, by the way, and it's crazy to me how I did that to him, and to this day I still, you know, regret doing that to him, so I apologize if you're watching this video. But going on with the story, I remember I ended up seeing all that go down and stuff, and honestly it was getting really awkward because, well, all my friends were pointing out these flags that I should have noticed, but in a way, since this girl was basically paying for everything I do and honestly taking care of me as if no one else was taking care of me, it honestly felt amazing. It felt like my future was just meant to be hers, and honestly it got to the point where, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was blinded. Now at this point in the story, you guys are probably wondering, wait, so what happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. I remember this lasted for over 6 months of me just basically doing the devil's tango with her all the time, to also, I guess, her paying for my bills. It even got to a point where she actually ended up giving me a credit card. Yeah, she gave me one of her own credit cards that I could use for whatever I wanted. Now, for a lot of guys, this is the dream, but obviously for me, well, I'm not gonna lie to you, at this point, it felt like I wasn't a man anymore. I felt like this girl was my mom, and I felt like I didn't even have the pants in the relationship. Like, I felt like everything was stripped away from me, and my body basically belonged to her. Now, obviously, at some point, I got uncomfortable, but obviously, I wasn't gonna, you know, just break up with her, because, well, who's gonna pay my bills? I got so comfortable with her to the point where I did not want to leave. I remember Christmas started coming by, and it was around this time of the year, and me and her, we ended up having issues because she was draining a lot of her bank account, and apparently her own parents didn't know that she was spending a lot of money on me. And it got to the point where, I'm not gonna lie to you, she started saying how I needed to get my life together. Now, obviously, I didn't know how to do that. I was so comfortable with everything that she was giving me to the point where I didn't know what to do. And one thing led to another. Me and her, we actually just ended up breaking up. Mutually, we thought maybe it was best for me to, you know, figure out things and get older as she was gonna get older and figure out things on her own. Obviously, we're both fine people, but I guess the only thing we were good at was doing the devil's tango. So obviously, I guess things weren't working out. And one thing I realized as well is that I always regretted how, you know, I treated my friends during that moment because, well, even though they were telling me all the dumb things I was doing, I ended up just calling them insecure, stupid, you know, people that couldn't get any devil's tango, and basically told them how they were dumb because they were basically the same as me, but in reality I was a lot worse since I was letting someone else take care of me the whole time. Anyways, long story short, honestly, I realized I had to be a better person, and it made me realize how I should not date girls that could literally be my mother, because it would probably strip away from my manhood. Unless you like that sort of thing, then go ahead and be a loser, but I mean, hey, who am I to judge? Anyways, guys, that is basically it for today's embarrassing story. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and like I always say, follow for more embarrassing stories just like this one. Peace out, guys.
My name is Baba. I'm still on top of the world. Never taken with your mother. Of course, let's go. Should I make it a story?